I learned something recently that I think kind of made my brain explode, which was originally I said pumpkins are berries. That's what I learned. And strawberries are not berries, which sounds wrong until you realize that most of what we call fruits and vegetables isn't based on any sort of science at all. It's based on how we cook them, the culinary world. And in everyday language, a fruit is sweet and a vegetable is savory. And that's kind of the end of the discussion. But botanically, these words mean something very specific. A berry, in plant terms, is a fruit that develops from a single flower with one ovary and has seeds embedded inside the flesh. That's it. There's no sweetness requirement, there's no size requirement, but by that definition, things like pumpkins, tomatoes, bananas, cucumbers, and grapes are all, in fact, berries. They check all those boxes. And a strawberry, on the other hand, doesn't. The seeds on a strawberry aren't actually seeds. They're these individual fruits called achenes, and each one of them is containing a seed, I think, which means that the sort of fleshy red part that is holding them. And botanically speaking, a strawberry isn't a berry at all. Neither are raspberries or blackberries. Those are all aggregate fruits. So the names that we use are kind of lying to us. And the whole fruit versus vegetable thing, botanically, there is no such thing as a vegetable. That is a culinary category. Leaves, stems, roots, flowers, we just sort of group them together based on how they're used in cooking. That's why tomatoes, for example, caused the Supreme Court case in 1893, not because anybody was confused scientifically, but because tariffs were different for fruits and vegetables. Kind of interesting, but the court ruled that tomatoes were vegetables because how that's how people ate them. So when somebody says that, this is technically a berry, they're not really being annoying so much as they're just switching to a different sort of rule book or a different dictionary. And the culinary language is about taste and botanical language is about structure. So, kind of once you realize that, a lot of food facts start sounding a little bit, less annoying. But I thought the whole thing was kind of fun.